This week marks 4 years since the COVID-19 pandemic changed the world as we knew it. You remember the chaos from mass shutdowns, mask mandates, and all the lives lost. Now Your Sign's Gabby Sartori spent the day hearing from people across eastern North Carolina, now reflecting on their experiences during the pandemic. What do those folks have to say?
Every person I spoke with today remembers exactly where they were the day the pandemic shut us down and hit us here. The pandemic gave us a world without sports, made new struggles for law enforcement, and even forced students out of classrooms and dorms.
At ECU, when the pandemic hit, only a small fraction of the student population had online classes. But when chaos ensued, the focus turned to getting the entire student body online.
The obvious immediate ripple effect was related to the instructional space and how we were going to continue to do business at ECU and teach courses in a quality way during this time of chaos and transition.
While college students had classes over Zoom, the Pitt County Sheriff's Office had to adapt to the new technology. It allowed a detainee to appear before a judge in court without being there in the room.
Today, we can use that technology again if it's not feasible for an inmate to be brought over.
And in the hospitals here in the East, staff members were fighting adversity in the front lines.
My job as a manager is to take care of my nurses. And I saw I saw how worn out they were from doing this over and over again. I saw the heartache and the hurt that they suffered when they lost a patient that they had taken care of for weeks.
When COVID made its mark on high school sports in eastern North Carolina, it happened to be during the beginning of spring sports in the basketball state championships.
Really heartbreaking, obviously, especially for the seniors, for all the people that had, the basketball state championships were happening the next day. Spring sports, we were 4 or 5 or 6 games into the year. And everybody had been gearing up for your senior year, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's cut out from under you.
I also reached out to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services about how COVID changed the landscape of public health. They gave a statement saying, in part, we are in a different place with COVID-19 than we were during the pandemic. A high percentage of the population has some immunity against COVID-19, and we have the tools, including vaccinations, testing, and treatment.
Although COVID-19 is not necessarily a threat to us anymore, the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services says to exercise hygiene practices every day, including those we've learned from the pandemic, so we never repeat the past again. In the studio, Gabby Sartori, 9 on your side.
Been a long 4 years. Thank you, Gabby.